250 personnel, 200,000 man-hours, 0 LTI. This is world first FLNG relocation.
A floating LNG facility is designed to be relocatable from one field to another.
After 3 years upon arrival in Kumang field with 19 successful cargo delivery, it is time for Petronas to test this giant ship relocatable ability. It is a very crucial process as it has never been done before.
Petronas will be the first in the world who will have completed this project, and we would have the total experience in the whole cycle of running an FLNG.
Del Sol Offshore has been awarded with this huge responsibility.
We are vendors or contractors that have a capability and capacity in carrying out such a big projects.
We are a one-stop solution for the SURF. We're doing the engineering, supply manpower, vessel chartering, and services on underwater.
PFLNG1 will be relocated from Kumang Field, Sarawak to Kebabangan Field in Sabah water, approximately X kilometer from her current location.
The gas field in Kebabangan was chosen. It is in our areas of operation. It matches the design fit composition and certainly has the potential to unlock the gas reserve that meets the FLNG gas demand.
But before the first chain that hold her in position is being disconnected, there are a few engineering matters that need to be solved.
The Del scope work will be removing seawater lift pump, flexible flow line, and also removing a chain from turret. And then we're going to tow this unit, PFLNG1, to KBB field, and then reconnect back flexi hose and also the mooring chain.
PFLNG1 received untreated gas from Kumang platform through a 10-inch flow line spanning over 3,500 meters on the seabed. Engineer has to make sure there is no more gas coming from Kumang platform and the inside of the flow line is clear from any substances that may pollute the seawater.
We will flushing everything inside the existing flow lines from KAKG platform to the PFLNG, and then once everything is completed, we will abandon this flexible flow line on the seabed.
The pigging procedure utilized polyethylene foam pig, which is propelled by treated seawater with total volume of 181 meter cube from Kumang platform. Seawater, which contain byproduct from the process, is discharged into water tanks on board the SK-82 vessel and transported to land for treatment. To confirm the flow line is clear from hazardous gas, a series of water samples are taken from the system to be analyzed. At 200 hours, a result of 9.72 ppm is achieved. On the following day, the permanent receiver hatch at PFLNG1 is opened and all 3 polyethylene foam pigs are retrieved.
So the next activity adalah untuk kita remove kita punya spool, top side spool, lower spool dengan ball valve. So after kita complete, kita akan proceed dengan preparation of flow line disconnection, which is kita akan prepare for the bend stiffener disconnection, and then preparation the ship block, and then continuous dengan flow line disconnection.
For the flowline disconnection operation, normal Baltic vessel is required to approach and maintain her position as close as 50 meters to the PFLNG1 bow. This is a very risky operation. PFLNG1 utilizes a turret marine system which allows the ship to rotate 360 degrees based on the direction of sea current. If the direction of sea current changes during the operation, PFLNG1 may rotate and hit normal Baltic vessel. To solve this problem, GH Endeavour and GH Columbia vessel are tied to PFLNG1's stern to maintain her bearing. Winch on board PFLNG1 and subsea crane on board Norman Baltic are being used to lower the flow line from the turret to the seabed for wet store. PFLNG1 modules are built on the ship deck with many moving parts. Securing the movable parts in place is meant to minimize the wear and tear of the parts and to avoid possibilities of falling objects.
As an instruction from our client, kita kena lock dalam 11 location di atas kawasan modul. So di modul 1105, 1204 dan 1206. Dan juga yang sekarang ni di 1207 lah. Sebelum ni dia di bawah, ni di bawah. So nut pun di bawah. Okay. So kita gerakkan nut ni, so dia akan kapil. Kita lock spring lah. Lock spring ni dia adalah satu support untuk pipe yang fleksibel. So dia design untuk pipe punya movement lah. So lock spring ni kita kena lock before kita towing. Untuk kita lock spring ni dia banyak menggunakan kepakaran scaffold lah.
PFLNG1 is capable of processing up to X BTU gas daily. Cooling system is crucial in keeping the process uninterrupted. To keep her cool, PFLNG1 utilizes the most abundant resources available, seawater. 5 giant water pumps are tasked to retrieve X meters cube of seawater every second at a depth of X meters. The seawater lift pump is divided into two parts. The upper part contains the pump mechanism, while the bottom part is where the hose is located. Together, they form a staggering X meter in length. Towing PFLNG1 with the hoses tangling from the beneath of the hull may cause tons of drag and damage marine life on the seabed. Therefore, all seawater lift pumps have to be dismantled prior to the towing of PFLNG1. In order to access and lift up the seawater lift pumps, complicated preparation works begin with the isolation of electrical wiring. Once the instrument clear from any electrical charge, the riggers start to loosen thousands of screws and nuts which hold heavy pipes and valves in place. After X hours of double shift, the first seawater lift pump is now ready to be removed.
Is movable, right? The tool is the tool locks against that. Sekarang menunjukkan jam 3 pagi. So kita tengah dismantle hose untuk sea water lift pump, pump C. So kita boleh lihat di sini kita ada kesemuanya 5 sea water lift pump untuk dismantle. Kegunaan sea water lift pump ni secara basicnya menyedut air laut dan memprosesnya dan digunakan untuk menyejukkan kewing-kewing pelan di atas PFLNG1 ini.
Meanwhile, in Singapore, the team is loading up the mooring system onto Siam Sapphire and Siam Garnet vessel.
Okay, sekarang ni kita berada di atas kapal Siam Sapphire. Jadi apa yang kita lakukan sekarang dekat Jurong Port Singapura ialah kita akan memuatkan rantai yang bersaiz 165 mm yang akan berada di atas dek. Jadi semua rantai ini kita akan bawa ke lokasi baru untuk Petronas PFLNG1 di Kebabangan.
The biggest chain used for the installation project is measured at 165mm in diameter, weighing over 100 kg with X centimeters x X centimeters dimension for each link. 12 sets of mooring system, which consists of chains and drag anchors, are being loaded onto Siam Sapphire and Siam Garnet. Once completed, both sister vessels will sail to Kebabangan Field for a mooring system relay campaign.
Deck bridge, we're going to secure in the Shanghai.
After 4 days voyage and a stop at Labuan, Siam Sapphire and Siam Garnet have reached their destination in Kebabangan Field. The mooring relay team is now ready for the next challenge.
We'll deploy the anchor. So, and then Garnet will assist with the ROV to monitor on the anchor position.
ROV is deployed while the survey team take their seats to monitor the whole operation. On main deck, the crew are preparing the anchor and ground chain. Once secured, the anchor, which weighed up to 20 tons, is dropped to the seabed. All 12 anchors and ground chains are being lowered one at a time to their designated position. Next, a proof load operation is being carried out. The OSV will pull the mooring line to attain the required proof load figure. The highest proof load for this project exceeds 513 metric tons. In order to achieve that number, both OSVs are needed to pull the mooring line in tandem operation.
It it is very crucial to do the roof load to ensure that the anchor will firmly secured at the inside the soil and it will not move over the time.
Once all the anchors and ground chains are in place, execution limited chain and top chain are being connected before it is wet stored prior to the arrival of PFLNG1. Back in Kumang Field, the project management team is getting approval from the OIM for the next phase of the relocation project.
I want everybody to give, if you are 100%, to focus on the area yang kita expert, why we are here, and insyaAllah at the end of this, everybody will be proud of what we have going to be doing here. Your attention please, we have 144 people accounted for. We have 144 people accounted for. Please stand by your
Before the PFLNG1 OIM temporarily hand over the ship to the tow master, an emergency drill is conducted to make sure all personnel on board at full readiness.
Your attention please, your attention please, your attention please, that is the end of the drill. That is the end of the drill. Please proceed back to your normal working station.
Baru sebentar tadi kita ada buat latihan kecemasan yang mana IP terseliuh di bahagian kaki kanan dan tak dapat keluar dengan sendiri, so kita dapat kena selamatkan dia dari bawah taret dan naik ke atas dan keluar daripada taret. Kita baru minta assist daripada pihak ERT PFLNG1 lah. Drill berjaya, sekarang kita menuju ke CCR untuk buat laporan.
Drill dilakukan di atas fasiliti ini untuk menguji kesiapsiagaan semua person on board terhadap sebarang kemungkinan kecemasan dan reaksi masa diperlukan untuk menyelamatkan diri lah.
Kita are going to much more critical punya work Bila kita dah start main dengan chain, start play with api, start main dengan besi ni apa semua kan. Ni benda-benda yang kita tak tahu what's going to happen.
The emergency drill is a success and now it's a go. GH Columbia and GH Endeavour, with a combined power of X-Bollard pool, are tasked to control PFLNG1 heading during the operation. Carefully, a winch on board PFLNG1 lowered down the chain and passed the normal Baltic vessel. Then, the chain is detached from dynamo rope before it is lowered down to the seabed by subsea crane.
The challenge is bila kita nak disconnect the final tree. This is when kita maksudnya external force start to come into action ataupun start to interact dengan PFLNG1. We need to be precise on giving instruction to each of the marine spread how much power we need to hold kapal. Any changes on the heading, even 1 or 2 degree, boleh mengakibatkan kerosakan pada kita punya equipment dan juga kita punya dynamo rope yang kita gunakan.
With lesser chains holding PFLNG1 in place, the movement of the ship is easily affected by external force. 2 additional marine spreads are tasked to keep PFLNG1 steady while the last 3 chains are being disconnected. April 24th, 2019. The last chain is being lowered down. It is time to say goodbye to Kumang Field.
We are now towing PFLNG1, PFLNG1. Length of the tow 500 meter. I am heading to KBB Sabah.
The most memorable experience here in Kumang Field during the first LNG offloading 2 LNG ships, Sri Camellia, where I saw these 2 big ships alongside each other. I couldn't believe that I am going to be a part of the team of the first floating LNG in the world.
We sail away from Kumang and inshallah we'll arrive there and do all the hookup to start to take the gas in somewhere around 18th of April and get our LNG first drop at Kembangan at the end of the month. And hopefully by mid-May, we will deliver our first cargo to our buyer.
Sailing at 2 knots, PFLNG1 is now en route for her new home in Kembangan Field, 130 km offshore Kota Kinabalu, Sabah. After 7 days of smooth sailing, the first sunrise at new home. 2 additional OSVs take place at PFLNG1 Western. Now all 4 marine spreads are working together to position PFLNG1 into a virtual parking spot before the marine system hookup operation begin.
Untuk hookup operation, the biggest challenge yang kita ada is weather. Angin yang datang daripada northeast, daripada Filipina ni unpredictable, can go up to 40 knots. If the station keeping vessel can hold the position and then angin tidak terlalu laju, that means di bawah 20 knot, kita akan start dengan mooring chain operation.
Jadi kita buat system keeping. Kita ada 4 kapal pegang PFLNG1 and kita proceed dengan connection of 1 mooring chain. Basically yang ini yang paling mencabar sebab 1 chain ni nak connect to the turret ambil masa lebih kurang dalam 6 ke 7 jam. Dan kita akan continue dalam sejam kemudian lah.
Once all 12 chains are tied to the PFLNG1 turret, the untwist process, final tensioning, and cutting extra chains are being carried out. After X hours of operation, PFLNG1 is now secure, achieving 0 twists on its chains. To make sure the newly installed mooring system is working as it's supposed to, a vessel tied to the stern of PFLNG1 pulled the 125,000 tons ship to complete a 360-degree rotation.
This project is not an easy task to the team because it requires thorough planning, world-class engineering, and precise execution while maintaining safety as the first priority.
Seawater lift pumps are then being installed to its original state and all steam fastening are being removed. Gas from Kebabangan platform will be delivered to PFLNG1 via 10-inch flexible flow line spanning approximately 5 km in distance at 120 meter water depth. The last phase of the relocation project is to install a new flow line and pre-commissioning work. After being loaded with 5 gigantic reels that hold the flow lines, MV Pride left Tanjung Langsat port, heading to Kebabangan field.
We will start the installation activity with laying down of DMA near to the 12-inch KBB riser. Then we will commence laying of flexible flow line to its PFLNG1 turret. Once we reach the flexible flow line at reel number 4, we will temporarily wet store the end fittings and proceed to PFLNG1 for handshake activity. The dynamic riser will be handshake to PFLNG1 turret, and once the activity is completed, we will commence laying and buoyancy module will be installed to the dynamic riser, and subsea tie-in connection will be done at both 12-inch KBB riser as well as the flexible flow line.
We have completed this package installation and pre-commissioning, and then the flow line is ready for RFAT.
After 14 days of operation, the flow line installation is now complete. Pre- and post-installation visual surveys are performed by ROVs to ensure all installations are done as per requirement. Finally, the pre-commission team will run all tests to make sure all systems are good prior to handover of PFLNG1 back to Petronas.
Total number of 12 marine spread, 150 offshore construction crew and 203 marine crew are involved in this campaign. Alhamdulillah, we are proud that finally we have successfully completed this project within the time frame set by our client and with zero LTI. The successful campaign of this project cannot be achieved without full commitment and great teamwork from everybody. It is an honor for us to be given the opportunity to get involved and execute the works as part of our contribution to the nation.
On May 16, 2019, Del Sol Offshore has successfully completed their responsibility of relocating the world's first FLNG safely with high standard contract delivery. For Petronas, it has proved to the world on the versatility of PFLNG1. A total game changer in the global LNG business, PFLNG1 is on the right track as it continues to tap into the development of marginal and remote gas fields in Malaysia, boosting energy and economic growth into the region.